Good morning. I've been asked to do a little garden video, and these tree peonies are just burst into bloom. First day I've noticed them. Been so busy around here. They're just glorious things. And as we look up here, we've got the alliums blooming, and the yellow daisy-like flower is Doronicum or leopard's bane. The Brunera with the forget-me-not-like blue flowers. This one's it's called lemon brocade or something like that. I've never seen it again, but it starts out with these yellowy leaves and do turn green as the season goes on. But they have these lovely true blue flowers. And of course, all the bleeding hearts and all the different hostas are popping up through underneath this tulip tree, which I'm not sure if he's too healthy or not, but he's hanging in there. And my beautiful collection of pulmonarias. This one's called, I think it's Roy Davidson, the very fine leaves and the beautiful little flowers. And the all sorts of different bleeding hearts. This one's one with the lemon foliage. The variety name escapes me at the moment. And the valerian or garden heliotrope is about to bloom. The fragrance from these, this is called, it's a little dianthus called Lace Perfume, and I do sell the seeds for this. Oh, so with smell vision, it's just about to all burst into bloom. These ones have started. This was started from seed last year, and you can see I have this amazing hedge already, and it's only May. So these, look at all the buds on here. This is going to be something when it pops into bloom. So this is Lace Perfume, dianthus. The tulips are just finishing here, and then we've got the salvias, which are just about to burst into blooms. And this is bronze fennel. I just love this stuff. It doesn't show up very well in photos, but all these fronds unfurl. It gets to be about 5 feet tall, and the black swallowtail butterflies come, and you can see it in amongst my weeds here, unfurling. These beautiful fronds unfurl, and it definitely is a bronzy color. So it's bronze fennel. Black swallowtail butterflies lay their eggs on here. I don't know if you can kind of see. It looks hairy. Anyway, it's quite attractive. This is my new little shade garden that I was making last year underneath this giant, well, it's actually just a baby sycamore tree. And there's lovely, these are all Bruneras with the blue flowers on it. There's different ones. This is a pulmonaria. I have quite a collection because I love them. Those are epimediums there with a little yellow flower. Barrenwort, I think is the common name. And then there's lots of different heucheras, coral bells in here that they're just sending up their flower stalks. Lots of Bruneras in here. This is another pulmonaria. I just love these. There's a little Brunera I brought over here. This is some scarlet kale, which is going to flower, and then the seed pods will form. So this kale is actually year 3. I didn't know it would last that long. The rudbeckias are returning from last year. And these are silver fox digitalis. The leaf is sort of white and a little bit furry. They're just starting to make their seed heads, or flower heads rather. Another little shade garden here. The little dwarf irises. I just call these ones grape because that's what they remind me of. Lots of different hostas, a viburnum, some ferns, and that is the larch. Different hostas in here. Soon it will be peony season. Almost there. And this is one of my favorite longest blooming perennials, Nepeta catmint. Don't let that word scare you off. This just starting to bloom here. Get my camera to focus on the bloom here for you. Nope, it's not going to. This is gray-green leaves, tall stems, and these purple flowers. It looks like a field of lavender, but it's handles anything that weather can throw at it. The peas are coming along. These are little snap snapdragons here that are starting to come along finally. Some more peas. These are a sugar snap pea. And we've got irises that are starting to bud up. And lots of alliums. Delphiniums here, they're starting to come into bud. And these are Spanish bluebells. And an allium that fell down. And I see all the foxgloves in here. The lupins are budding up. Some of them that have more sun are actually blooming. And this is Salvia argentea, one of my favorite. These great big fuzzy furry, can't help but pet them. Gets a stalk of white flowers on it. It's quite an attractive plant. Some of these taller irises are blooming. These are just the old-fashioned purple ones. This is Sweet Sicily. It smells like anise or licorice. It's quite beautiful, beautiful ferny foliage, lovely white flowers, and it gets these big seeds on it, which tastes like licorice. And then we've got yarrow, which is starting to bud up. It's beautiful filler in bouquets. And then we've got the chives. They're so lovely, blooming away here. Little poppies are coming on strong. Can't wait to see all these blooms. Beautiful allium. I think that's Christophii. Sherbertii Christophii. I think it's Christophii. I'm not quite sure. Beautiful stars. And that is some parsley that will be going to seed. And then there's some of the lupins are actually blooming that have more sun here. And this is Russian comfrey. It doesn't go anywhere like the little short one, but it gets these beautiful little flowers on it. If you can see in the sun there. And the bees absolutely go gaga over this. When I got this plant, the lady said that it was kind of rare because people use this for herbal purposes, but it gets quite tall. It's maybe 4 feet tall and covered in blooms. And then I just cut it down, put it on the garden, and it comes back again. And in my shade garden here, that's Petasites with those ginormous leaves. I have it underneath this huge spruce tree because I'm trying to keep it contained, but it's outgrowing its bounds, so we'll have to get it whipped back there. And climbing up that tree is a climbing hydrangea, which will bloom in the shade. So hoping that, well, it's definitely taking off in there. And it's so dry and so shady. There's some tough plants out there. And this is an elderberry. Let's see some flower buds forming on there. So the frost cloths are off once again. They had to come on again last night. And the garlic is coming up. And the lovage is growing. Everything is coming on strong. This is a native shooting star dodecathodon or something like that. It's in my little shady garden over here. It's a beautiful little primula. I believe they call that, it's a Japanese primula, I think, a snowflake. Can't always remember the names off the top of my head. They're lovely white bleeding hearts. And this is a beauty bush, Coquetzia. My phone's not focusing. There we go. These will burst out into beautiful pink blooms soon and aptly named. This is a viburnum here that's blooming in the shade in all these lovely layers. And then we've got, this is a wood poppy, which apparently is quite, I think it's supposed to be rare or endangered, although I don't know why, because it spreads quite happily here. And just all the bleeding hearts, they're just so lovely. Well, enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed this little tour.